It's live.
Hey guys, welcome. Today we have a cool guest here with us, Tyler from Quickswap. Thanks very
What's up,
much
guys?
for joining us.
Hey Tyler, no, I really appreciate you joining us today. So first off, let's get some feedback there.
Sorry, I fixed it. But yeah, thanks for having me. It was on my side.
You're good. So tell us a little bit about Tyler, the man himself.
Yeah, so really, I guess the most important thing is the crypto aspect. So I really got into crypto about 2016. I think Bitcoin was 100,000, and I saw it going up from what was like $100. So I had a roommate at the time, and I was like, man, like let's buy some, try to make some money. So I think we both picked up like one Bitcoin. We got some ETH, and it went up. But we sold it $1,000.
Wow, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah. So then I got. Sorry, there's like. Okay. Let me. Do you guys hear the echo?
No, not hearing the echo.
Okay, I'll just ignore it. Yeah, so then after that, it was kind of like the ETH explosion. So I got really into that, all the dApps and NFTs. I got really into what's called 0x Universe. It's like a game where you buy planets and you can mine resources and you launch rockets. And I conventionally play a lot of video games, but I was like, oh, these crypto games can be crazy because you actually own the asset and like you can do things with it and you can sell it. I'm really big into World of Warcraft, which is a game where there's like rare items and they drop. And you can equip it on your character. So it's like, imagine if you could trade those for like some kind of crypto. I was just thinking all the use cases. So I just figured, it's gonna be huge. Crypto kitties are into that. I had my roommate actually at the time had a Twitch channel and he was like streaming himself buying crypto kitties, and people were joining and they were asking questions. He at one point had 700 viewers, and people were gifting him cats and he was breeding them. So yeah, then I guess moving on, I got an engineering degree, mechanical engineering, but I just got so deep into crypto and Pancake, and then I saw Quickswap launching. I talked to Rock, founder. Quickswap was kind of small, and then he brought me on.
Okay, so this was all kind of during the college-ish years of your life, right?
Yeah. I've been out of college 2 years now. So, but I got really into it like my college years because I had a lot of free time.
Yeah.
And then started working. And that was, I guess, the bear market when I started working 2-3 years ago. So, not much going on, but I still held the crypto. I held the whole dip. I never sold anything. I'm a hodler.
So during that bear market, what were you up to?
So I started a job, a full-time job as an engineer. So mainly it was just working. I moved, so that was kind of busy. But I was looking at projects on ETH. Like I was kind of big into Maker, but just with all the uncertainty, I didn't want to get too hard into anything. And then also with the gas fees were getting crazy, and I'm not paying $30 for a trade or $50 to buy and sell these NFTs. So I was like, that's not sustainable. And then Binance Smart Chain came along, so I was really into that. And then of course, I guess earlier this year, Matic really took off. So I think the way I talk to some people, some people not too familiar with crypto, like it's very hard to get on Binance Smart Chain, especially in the United States where I live. Using the bridge and all that. So it's like these people need an easy bridge to get on Binance Smart Chain. And I saw Polygon they up their bridge. It's very easy to use and send ETH. And it does cost some money, I think $40. I don't know. I guess it depends on gas fees, but it's actually easier to get on Polygon. And also the fees are essentially less than a penny. So like I can pay for someone getting a crypto, I can just pay their gas fees. Like I'll send them one Matic, it doesn't care, and that's thousands of transactions. If buying a smart chain, you send them a couple dollars BNB, they could go through that in a day, but it'd be hard to go through one Matic. So
it's extremely hard to go through one Matic.
Yeah, I don't even think about it anymore. I kind of just do transactions. I feel like in Ethereum is like a financial decision. If I want to do a transaction.
Exactly.
Even when I like bridge stuff over, bridge stuff to Matic, I'm like, am I sure I want to do this?
Yeah. But once you get on Polygon, it's like it's so hard to go back.
Yeah, you just go back when you have to,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and even on Quickswap, when people would, sometimes they'd bridge over, say USDC, so they wouldn't have Matic in their wallet to like facilitate any trades.
Yeah,
like I just send all the people gas because it doesn't matter. I send them like a penny,
Yeah.
But on other chains, you can't do that. It's like, oh,
No.
you want to do a trade in Ethereum? Well, probably send about $100 at least.
Yeah.
Coinbase or something.
Exactly. And then you also have these little faucets that will drop you a little bit of Matic.
Yeah, and I will say too, not to show this project, but I found out about it a couple days ago. It's called Baby Quick. What they do, like they send you 0.01 Matic and like 2 million Baby Quick or whatever, like just to get you on Matic and like using their product. So like essentially, you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is like paste an address in their Telegram, and they'll send you the gas and some Baby Quick to get started. So essentially, like that's something like maybe Quickswap should do, or you guys, because it makes it so easy for people to get on board. You don't have to tell people, oh, buy Matic on Binance and then send it over. Like you don't need a centralized exchange or to use any on-ramp or like Simplex or those payment providers.
Okay, that's interesting. So is it like seen on the on here just Baby Quick, or is it like babyquick.finance or
babyquick.app, not to shill it.
Okay.
If coin could go to zero, I think the 2 million Baby Quick is like $1, but it's essentially it's cool because they'll give you gas if you come from ETH or wherever you want to come from. You don't have to bridge Matic, because I know bridging Matic is also very hard from ETH because you have to wait an entire week to get the Matic.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's still a thing, but I don't know. I don't control the bridge.
Yeah, I use Hop Protocol.
Yeah, I've seen that they come out, and I was actually going to use them soon for some USDC.
It's so good.
Try it out.
It's just like 5-minute max, and like
yeah.
It's, not paid commercial or anything. But I use them a lot, so I like them.
Well, I think also what's pretty cool is on also Quickswap, you can go ahead and go from fiat straight to you can go on ramp straight to Quickswap, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, you can. We partnered with Transact, and until I think 2 days ago, actually, we just integrated like Apple Pay and Google Wallet, Google Pay, whatever it's called, and it's also available in USA now.
Oh wow!
So, Transact had a big update, so we pushed that in. So yeah, you can do that.
Okay, that's awesome.
I wonder if we got that.
Yeah, we can check.
We'll have to check.
But cool. So we dove into who Tyler is. Now dive into what Quickswap is.
Yeah, so Quickswap, I guess I'll give a quick explanation. So I'll say we are a like 100% Uniswap fork, and for those people that don't know what Uniswap is, essentially, traditional finance, you have exchanges that have order books, so you have like the buys and sells, and then the prices in between the buys and sells, and it updates every millisecond or however fast. Those buys trades go all the time on these big, like stock market and say like Coinbase Pro on Bitcoin, and that's obviously not possible on blockchains, especially for example ETH, where they got 15-second block times. That means it can only update every 15 seconds. So fast-paced trading is really not possible. So someone came up with the idea of having these liquidity pools and Uniswap, where essentially you pool together two assets, where it's the same value in USD on both sides. Like let's say you have 1,000 DAI and 2,000 DAI 2, and it's equal value. DAI 2 is worth 50 cents. And how it works is like, you can send DAI and receive like an equal amount of DAI 2 But then what happens is your DAI that goes into the pool, makes the DAI rate higher. So like this, say you trade $5, there's 1,005 DAI in the pool, and then you get an equivalent amount in the DAI 2. So the DAI 2 pool becomes less. So there's a price change, which then creates arbitrage opportunities. Probably wasn't the best explanation, but it's really cool how there's no order books. Like there's a huge pool of liquidity, and you can send one asset and receive another, and then people can do that either way. And with that, there's an issue of why would I provide that liquidity? Or why would someone provide that liquidity?
Yeah.
So then someone thought, like, what if we did a 0.3% trade fee where the 0.3% goes to people that provide the liquidity pool? So that gives an incentive for people. You can gain yield for people trading back and forth. And then other AMMs like Sushi, had a token. They came out, had a token that you could also farm on top of the LP gains. Then Pancake came along, had other ideas. So I guess a really quick explanation on how Quickswap does fees is we're Uniswap fork, and then we have a 0.25% LP fee. So LPs get 0.25% of the volume, and that's split equally among like the percent you have in the pool. And then 0.04% actually gets used to buy Quick. And we have something called the Dragon's Lair, where basically it's a big pool of Quick. And whenever we have the volume fees that buy back Quick, we'll send Quick into that pool. And essentially, like, you earn a portion of the Quick that's bought back. It works very similar to Compound C tokens, if anyone's familiar with that. But it's kind of complex. I don't want to explain it. But and then how Quickswap has money to develop, since we're a decentralized project, and I'd say like no one wants to work for free, is we take 0.01% of the volume fee, and that goes to a treasury, so we can pay for things like marketing, developers, like developers, exchange listings if needed. We can do like trading competitions or giveaways. So yeah, just I guess we'll use the money like however we think's best to grow the exchange. So
yeah. And then I guess what's your role? What is your position at Quick, and what kind of drew you there?
Yeah, so Quick. So another part of Quick is we have we emit about 700 Quick per day, and that we do to LP stakers. So we have certain LP pools that you can provide LP, and you get the LP token in your wallet. Well, now you can stake that LP token to earn Quick. So really, there's a big decision of like which projects do we give this reward to, how much Quick do we give them, what pairs, and there's so many projects coming on. So my role is figure out which projects we're going to list, which ones we're going to give rewards to, how much rewards, how that changes. And then, yeah, there's another part that I'll get into later.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And so as like the biggest decks on Polygon, I guess there's probably a lot of projects knocking on your door, knocking on your Telegram.
Yeah, it's actually an insane amount. And the crazy thing too is, I'm usually on Telegram throughout the day.
And night,
just talking back and forth to people. Yeah, at night I'll be in bed talking to people. But the crazy thing too is like, no matter what hours you work, there's always a project on a different side of the world that is like working while you're sleeping. So like, no matter what I do, I will wake up with just so many messages and like, and calls. Like, I don't mind taking calls at like 10 p.m. Just, cause I'll usually be chilling at home, and like it's morning, like I had a call with a company or a project from Ukraine, there's people in China, I've had Australia. It's insane how global crypto is.
Yeah, 100%. It's kind of crazy, like the kind of people we talk to. A lot of people assume we're like a Chinese project, so that's always fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what? That is true because I guess your logo.
Right. And the QiDao name.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. We have a cool like Chinese community within the Discord as well. Now in WeChat actually. Yeah, they made a WeChat, so
yeah, exactly.
Pretty cool. I did have a question about like partnering with other projects and like incentives. Is there like a hard cap on how much Quick there's gonna be like ever?
Yeah, so tokenomics. Right now there's about 360,000 Quick, or maybe 320,000 circulating, and we have a hard cap of 1 million tokens. And the plan for that was we're going to do 4 years of liquidity mining. It's been about a year. We launched October last year, 2020. So about 3 years from now, we will, there'll be no more Quick emissions, and we'll be hard capped at 1 million Quick. So I think that at that point it'll be very beneficial, because currently there's a lot of like a sell pressure, I'll say, because we do mint $400,000 in tokens a day, roughly that. And there are a lot of auto compounders built on Polygon, which are very cool for the community, and like I use them for generating yield. But they take the Quick earned from our liquidity pools, and it's like every 5 minutes they like market sell it to buy the coins and then put it back in the LP. So with all of them combined, it's literally every minute there's gonna be a sell from them for the Quick token. So if there's no one to buy that back, the price will low. So
we experienced that as well early on with the auto compounders.
Well,
especially from you guys, because you have a lot higher inflation than Quick.
Yeah. And then, speaking of people being able to buy Quick, y'all were just recently listed on a couple exchanges. How was that experience?
So that was actually insane for us. And we actually had a AMA on Binance yesterday on their official English Telegram, which had it's 160,000 users or something. So our founders were there, Rock and Sameep, answering questions. So it's funny because once they opened up the questions for community, it was like you couldn't even scroll through all the questions. I couldn't believe it. It was insane. But so 3 weeks ago we launched on Binance, and they actually didn't even tell us. It was just all of a sudden. It was funny. So in one of our Telegram chats, someone said, like, congratulations on the listing. And then Sameep, our co-founder, was like, what are you talking about? He goes on Twitter and realized like Binance tweeted about Quickswap. Like, oh my gosh. And then insane, like a week later, 2 weeks, then Coinbase Pro listed us. And then a couple days after that, it was actually like the normal Coinbase app. And then a couple days after that, it was crypto.com. And, like personally, I use Coinbase for crypto.com. So it was kind of insane to see that. And I know Binance is the biggest centralized exchange. So it was just insane. And then, we've had multiple smaller exchange listings now. Quick's growing like crazy. I'm excited.
Like how has kind of Quick, or what are the changes that you've seen happen with all of these new listings?
One thing that is nice that we've noticed is the Quick token. Like instead of solely being on Polygon, we do have some on the ETH chain on Uniswap, but I'd say 95% of Quick tokens are on Polygon. So it's really cool to see those tokens like going to the exchanges to, because people have their like sell orders and buy orders. So that reduces the tokens in the Dragons layer, which is our single staking.
Yeah.
So with less money in there, users that are in there can generate more yield. So that's really cool. And we've also noticed our Twitter and Telegram growing a lot. I think actually yesterday Telegram grew by 800 people during the Binance AMA. So we hope it's people that actually are interested in Quick. I think it is. We've noticed like more engagement lately. So I think really a big thing for the exchange listings is the marketing aspect. So and that's something that we really want.
Yeah. How do you keep your community engaged?
So What we try to do, well, one way we do it is every Wednesday, like we have a set day. Every Wednesday we have rewards change. So people in the community look forward like to that day to see the new rewards or what changed, which ones got added.
Yeah.
We could do the rewards at any time, but internally we're like, Wednesday's a busy day. That's when people are on. Let's change the rewards on Wednesdays. So that's one way we, I would say, like keep users interactive because there's big changes Wednesday and they know it's gonna come that day. Another thing too that we try to do is like on Twitter for announcements example. We notice a lot of projects just post stuff all the time, like just crazy, just like information overload. And I don't think people just don't have time to read all the announcements that some of these projects post. So one thing we really try to do is if we make a tweet or we pin something on Telegram, it's something that's important so people know. What's up tweeted? Like it's something new or it's something big,
Gotcha.
So that's one way that really helps because there's like a boy that cried wolf situation where I think some of these projects just try to post all the time to try to get engagements or clicks up, but I don't know. I think quality is a lot better than quantity.
Got you. And then if people want to be a part of the Quick community, where do they go? Like, what's the best place?
Yeah, so I'd say our Twitter is probably the best. It's right there at QuickswapDex. And we have a link to the Telegram. Our Telegram's probably the best spot. I'm usually hanging out there. If you ping me, I'll answer.
I can testify to that.
Yeah.
I'm at Tyler Quick. I mean, I'm on Telegram all the time. So yeah. So it would as far as Quickswap, in the space, we got the most TVL, the most volume, the most users. If you look at things like DApp Radar, I think we're always on top. I don't know if anything passes us as far as like Polygon usage. We've actually passed Uniswap a couple of times for users, and I think the biggest thing around that is just the gas fees. There are basically none.
Yeah, exactly.
And we see, I'm talking to a lot of these different projects. That there's so many from Ethereum and Binance Smart. I think Polygon's going to grow to be insane. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. And is Quick the first kind of Polygon native token to be listed on these like Coinbase and Binance?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a big thing, big success for us. So yeah, Quick is Polygon native token. We got our stuff on Polygon. Yeah, we are the first ones on Binance and Coinbase that are Polygon native token.
Paving the road.
Automatic, but
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course.
The one besides the gas token. We're the token besides the gas token. I'll say that.
Perfect. Now you guys are like undoubtedly like the largest DEX on Polygon. How do you keep innovating? How do you keep I guess competing with other people like DFIN, like Sushi, like Balancer?
Yeah, so it does help to be first. I think Quickswap was like really the first one. And one thing I'll say too about that is people I think enjoy like familiar spaces. And why I say that is we are direct fork of Uniswap. As you can tell by going on our website, it's Uniswap, except it's blue and there's a dragon instead of a unicorn. So it's very familiar. We want users to know exactly what to do. I think that's a big thing. Another thing I've noticed is projects make their websites too confusing. There's a lot of buttons, different tokenomics aspects, a lot of different places to stake, and there's changes all the time. So that's something we try to avoid. It also, I guess, is kind of a negative because people always want updates or like new UI. But we are actually working on a new UI. I don't. Yeah, I'll just say we're working on it.
Any alpha?
Yeah, it's very nice. It's very clean. I think that's something that's very important, is having it very clean. Yeah. So yeah, I think just the biggest thing of why like Quickswap is the biggest, we can offer a lot of rewards to these projects, and just being familiar, and of course having the highest uptime. That's something that's really important. We had an issue like 2 months ago, I think, with like overloaded servers during the Titan crash. So we spent a lot of time trying to optimize that for the future, because like I said before, we are anticipating like huge growth for Polygon. So there will be times where it's even more users than the Titan. So
yeah. How does something like that Titan crash affect a DEX like Quickswap?
yeah, so I will say like press is good. There's a lot of press around Titan. I mean, we saw tons and tons of users. I think our TVL gained by, I think it might have been $1 billion. We had $1 billion in volume one day, which was insane. Like $1 billion in volume, not even just TVL. So yeah, obviously that's a pro for especially LPs and like people in the Dragon's Lair. We had a lot of new users. Of course, it's unfortunate because they had a lot of money and a lot of people invested, and they lost money, and no one likes to lose money. So some people were upset at QuickSwap, but at the end of the day, we're at DEX. Really, like, anyone can trade. We don't like tell any users to buy any tokens. We just like let them know what's available, and the tokens that give us TVL and volume, like we will also supplement them with Quick. So yeah, I mean that's a big thing. Like we're DEX. Like, just because we whitelist a token or do anything, it's like does not mean it's safe and it will go up in value or anything like that.
Yeah. And when you say nobody likes losing money, if you look at my transaction history, you might think I do.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. Those NFT bulls are gonna rock it up, man. I promise.
That's for sure.
I did have a question. So, aside from these UI changes, what are some other like leaks you could give us in terms of like features? Are you looking into doing any like those multi-coin pools, lending, anything like that?
Yeah, so I will say, I'm looking what the last update is. Yeah, the news is kind of already out there, but today we're going to be launching syrup pools, which is what's going to happen is users will be able to stake their DQuick to earn some tokens. And I can't say what tokens they are yet because we haven't announced it yet, but we've had like some news articles already released news. I'll tell you one. It was, I'm not sure what it was. It was like some big news article. They said like Quickswap, millions of dollars to quick stakers. I was like, oh shoot! Like we kind of got to launch now because that's big news. So yeah, we're starting with some projects and we're gonna be releasing more and more. But yeah, we're gonna have a big medium explaining all this. But essentially, what's gonna happen is users will be able to stake their DQuick to earn a token of their choice. Like you can put your DQuick in one pool. You can actually split your DQuick up if you want to, put it in multiple pools. And it's going to work the same way as LP staking works, where the token will just slowly drip like into the wallet, and you can claim it.
Wow.
And so it's going to be very similar to pancake pools. But another cool thing with the staking DQuick aspect of it is right now, we figured there's something like $70 million of DQuick just sitting in users' wallets. It's probably more now. Maybe it's 100 million since the token price is up. But people just hold their DQuick, and it's generating yields. But what if you could earn something else? So that's kind of what we're playing with, and yeah, we did it. So we basically like tokens or projects will give us some tokens, and then in return we'll do some liquidity mining for them. And if anyone's interested, we will have like a application form coming out soon. Yeah, we're really looking to just onboard so many projects, and I think it's really beneficial for. It's gonna really help projects that want to come to Polygon from Binance or Ethereum.
Mhm.
Because one issue they have is, they can bridge their token over, but now you have this token, but there's nowhere to trade it.
Mhm.
So, what we do is we'll take some of their tokens and we'll open up like a big liquidity mining thing for them, and like whitelist your token and do some marketing. So it's really essentially projects can do a liquidity mining campaign, but Quickswap sets everything up. Like they don't need to worry about like doing contracts for staking LP and then dripping the token, because we already have all that. So yeah, essentially it's, I guess, kind of like a trade, but you also get marketing and liquidity mining. You don't have to do any contract stuff yourself. So I think it's really beneficial. And actually, we've reached out to a decent amount of projects to see their interest and like if they want to do it. And so many surprisingly said yes. Like they were like, yes, we want to do this.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, shoot, I guess we'll start like as soon as possible. So yeah, we've been kind of keeping it under wraps, just because it's a big like the articles that'll come out. Like we have like $3 million right now, I think, that'll end up going to quick stakers. So the math on that, essentially, it will like double the DQuick APY. So I think, and that's what in the Binance AMA yesterday, Rock and Smeep were kind of teasing it, like they said it was the biggest feature, and
yeah.
So it's so we're really excited, and
when does that launch? I know you mentioned it was announced, but do you know when like the?
I don't want to give a hard time because I'm not sure, but today, if you look at our Twitter, we will post something. I can guarantee you that, and we will have other places post stuff. So and we got influencers and what's it called, like the news publications, the crypto news stuff.
Yeah.
We're in contact with them to try to do stuff. So we're really planning a big launch, and we picked some good projects that have like decent sized community or like good at marketing. So of course they'll be sharing too, since they gave their tokens to be part of this. So
yeah.
So yeah, I think they'll share too. So we're really planning a big thing. So, and I think it's very beneficial for quick stakers.
Yeah. Now we've got some people in here in the chat here.
Yeah, people have been eyeing DQuick, right?
DQuick, no doubt. Perfect. Yeah, and that's what I guess we were expecting. So that's why we didn't want to like tease anything, like last week or weeks before, because we've done that before where we announced like the Dragon's Lair, where it's because we actually didn't start with the single staking of Quick. It started with, I guess, just like Uniswap, where we just gave out the Quick. But then people were like, I want to single stake Quick. So then we had the fee sharing, and we had a community vote on that.
Yeah.
And of course they voted yes. It was like or something. So but we did the vote like 2 months before the single staking launched. So people, were always like, when single staking? I thought like Quick gave up. So
we've heard of those similar calls.
Yeah. So it's like now we don't want to do stuff until it's ready.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we don't want to do syrup until it's ready. We just want to make like a big splash with it.
No, it seems like it's going to be a hit again. I would throw up another one, but it's got to
some expletives, maybe not. Got to keep it family friendly here, guys. No, but somebody did mention something. There's other things you could do with DQuick aside from staking it. It is a yield bearing token, which we're very fond of here at QiDao. Maybe in the future it could be used to mint other things. Who knows?
DQuick is my collateral. I just saw it. Yeah, no, that's something we obviously like really want. I mean, we like, for example, Aave, like we talked to them. We're like, please, can we get Quick on there, or DQuick, like please. And they're obviously very selective. I think they only have 5 assets or something on Polygon.
Like that.
So it's a hard sell with them, but I mean, I don't know how many tokens are minted, like tens of millions, maybe for sure tens of millions. I know that.
80 or something, yeah.
So yeah, like imagine if people could have their DQuick and generate yields and then mint and then do whatever they want with that. Create LP with that.
Or
so yeah,
buy them more
we're
quick.
definitely interested in. I know projects really want price oracle, like a Chainlink oracle. And we are definitely working with Chainlink. We're like talking to them all the time. I think we're very close. So
that's really good to hear. I think a lot of people in our community have been asking for DQuick as collateral. So
yeah, we're actually like the issue that Chainlink had was the price discrepancies on all the exchanges. Not crazy, but it is there. So I guess it's kind of hard for them to like get the Oracle price because it's like which one do you weigh more? Binance, Coinbase, Quickswap, Uniswap, because we're on all those. So so it's really getting the details of those, and like we're gonna get some market makers to stabilize the price on the exchanges because we have good liquidity on Quickswap. It's just the decentralized exchanges, because like I said, we didn't know that they were listing, so like we didn't have anything ready. They just all of a sudden listed. So it was really up to the community to like provide the quick there for trading, because we don't want to use our treasury to do that. So.
And do you guys use like I guess market maker stuff like that on those exchanges, or is it like completely community led?
It's completely community. I will say that there's definitely arbitrage opportunities. So there are market makers like bots that do that, but not that we like pay for or sponsor, because I know some of them, they'll like ask for some tokens so they can like market make.
Right.
Yeah, like right now, I guess I'll say it's all community or bots looking for arbitrage opportunities, which is fine. Like we actually want to promote the bots that do these arbitrage opportunities, because it's like, please make our price more stable on the exchanges.
Yeah, we'll promote that as well, because as soon as you get a Chainlink Oracle,
wow, you're gonna be right on our improvement proposals.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, we're definitely into that. Like, I mean, there's no reason not to. So
perfect.
That'll be awesome, man.
Yeah. So what excites you about the future of DeFi?
I think, well, the biggest thing right now is just it taking over, because with things like Aave and Quickswap and even like Qi, like you can use assets like, let's say my Ethereum, and I can take out, like, I'll say like a loan and and I mean that could replace like a credit card or something, or a savings account or a checking account. I mean, you could literally, and especially with Polygon with the gas fees, like people could replace their whole life like with just these projects that are built on DeFi. And there's so much less friction with these centralized places, because you got to think, like with a bank or a credit card company, they got to pay for the employees, they got to pay for the banks, which is like not a small cost. Buildings cost a lot, maintaining the buildings and air conditioning, and the offices. And they pay all these cloud infrastructure providers and security teams. But it's like, what if you had a blockchain like Ethereum, where you could just slap something on top of it and all the security, and I mean there's no like physical infrastructure needed, so it's so much cheaper, so users can have so much more yield than the 0.1% that they get on their bank account. And then also, like I said, with the gaming, I really thought there would be more NFT stuff on Polygon, but I will say we're talking to some projects and it is coming. Like for example, Rev token. They're building like a big NFT platform around like racing. It's on Ethereum right now. I was actually going to use it. They have this cool F1 game where you can like buy a car and a driver and like, I guess, race the car.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it and play because I like racing, but it was like $100 to get, well, $100 in gas.
Yeah.
To get the car and driver, and then if you gotta sell it, then it's more. But now they're building a Polygon, so we're really excited with that. We actually just added them to our liquidity mining last week. And then another thing too is they're actually giving away a Quickswap themed car that you can use in the game. So it's
That's cool.
to win it. I think it's still live until the next couple days, but you just stake Quick Rev LP in Quickswap. I think it's got to be minimum $1,000, and then they'll basically just airdrop you the car. So yeah, and then NFTs. I saw there's like Polygon Punks, Quickswap.
Yeah.
We're actually looking in what we can do with NFTs, just because I think that's going to be a huge. I mean, obviously it is a huge market, but NFTs that are actually useful is something that I think will grow for sure.
Yeah, and it's Rev with 2 V's, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Oh, nice.
We have
Okay,
somebody here that's very fond of NFTs, so
Yeah.
I'm fond of anything. I'll just throw
Just throw money at it.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't believe with DeFi, with the cyberpunks and all that, or CryptoPunks. I mean, I think that's what they are.
Good question here. You know how
that's a valid question. Yes.
you know how racing cars have stickers and decals.
Oh yeah,
the community member
a
QiDao sticker on the Quick car.
that would actually be pretty cool if we had some stickers on it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you guys want me to hook you up with them, you could probably get your own car.
Oh yeah,
I would definitely be more to that.
Yes.
Yeah, my own car.
Yes.
Yeah, I can send you the contact. I mean, I think they've done it for like KuCoin. They have a KuCoin car. I think they have a couple other ones. But,
that'd be
yeah, very cool. And I think in the race, it's like simulated races, kind of like Zed Run.
Yeah.
Where you have the horse. You don't do anything. It's just like RNG on who wins or not. And each horse has its own stats.
And then we can have like a Polygon project competition every week.
Yeah, that'd be super cool. So essentially, you'll have the QiDao skins car.
Yeah, maybe even allow a driver.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think they have the drivers too. There's another one too. It's Trade Race Manager, IOI. They also have a car, and they do like the car NFT things, and they're also very cool because they do a play to earn, where it's like, you have your car and you can do a race every. I'm not sure how often, but like when you race, if you win, you don't have to pay to get in the race, but they have the prize pool, and that's how they make their tokens. So it's it's play to earn. So it brings a lot of users, and that's another thing that Quickswap's really looking into. We want to reward the projects that come to Quickswap and Polygon.
Yeah,
just because we, I guess our goal is grow out Polygon as much as we can, because the bigger Polygon is, the bigger Quickswap can be. Because there's a cap. Like Quickswap can only be as big as the amount of money is on Polygon. So it's like, what if we 100x the amount of money in Polygon? Like what kind of share can Quick take from that? So
exactly.
Yeah, we really want to benefit everything. I mean, even like Sushi and DFIN, I guess they could be seen as competitors, but really like competition brings what's called innovation. So when we see these other projects doing things, that makes us want to do something else, or like say even like lower fees, or give more rewards to certain projects, and maybe do more marketing. So that brings more projects over. So Quickswap, we obviously want to be the biggest, but we don't want to be like a monopoly. There's room for multiple AMMs.
Yeah, I love that.
Cool. Yeah, so we talked about what excites you. What scares you about DeFi?
It scares me. I mean, really just I guess people don't understand, like lack of understanding, and also the hacks, because I mean, I think even Liquid Exchange yesterday or 2 days ago got drained of like 90 million, 60 million, I'm not sure, a Japanese exchange. And that's the thing that gets reported on the news, and that's the thing people talk about. People always talk about negatives. So it's, people see that and they say, why would I put my money in Bitcoin if someone can just steal it? Or why would I put my money in Quickswap if someone can just steal it? It's, I guess people, a lack of understanding the difference between centralized things and decentralized. And then, like the hacks and exploits are obviously a big problem. Yeah, that's I guess the worst part.
Yeah, I guess you have to have a lot of responsibility if you want all that more freedom of DeFi, right? Because like, there's no like, you can't call Vitalik customer service. I'll have my Ethereum back, please.
Yeah, you can't call the Bitcoin CEO and say I actually sent my Bitcoin to the wrong address.
I've had so many people tell me, "Oh, I sent it from Polygon directly to my Coinbase address, and I can't find it now." And you got to tell them, "Sorry, bud, like it's gone."
Yeah, I mean, I think, so that's one. I guess that's one thing too. Is there's just so many different chains and stuff now, and even we've had a problem with like bridges where there's different bridge providers, and like let's say they each have their own version of BNB. So for example, we give liquidity mining to the Orbit bridge BNB, but then people bridge their BNB on AnySwap, and they're like, why can't I trade in Quickswap? Because it's essentially like worthless BNB, even though it is worth 1 BNB on Binance Smart Chain, but we don't have liquidity on Quickswap. So yeah, it's really getting that nailed down, and we can't have, and even with like all these different wrapped assets, like there's a bunch of companies doing different wrapped things. It can get so confusing on like which wrapped one do I send where, who takes what, how do I get it? Even the Coinbase, that's another big problem is like we've had people send their Quick to Coinbase from Polygon, but Coinbase doesn't accept Polygon deposits.
Yeah.
I won't say it's gone, but you have to contact Coinbase and they can get it. But yeah, I'm not sure the process for that. It's something I think everyone really hopes that they add native withdrawals, especially too because that would make it so much easier for people just to get on Polygon. Because right now you kind of have to send ETH to a wallet and then bridge that. So
especially for Americans, like there's so many exchanges like Ascendex that like we just can't. Use, so.
Yeah, and I'm kind of biased towards I guess American problems since that's where I'm located. So the people I interface with, I know what problems they have, but it's different for the rest of the world. If it's easier for them to get on Binance and send it out, like that's perfect. But I want like even my dad, like if he's like, how do I buy Quick? It's like, oh god, I'll just do it for you. Send me money.
No, I mean now we transact this a little bit easier. It's a bit like of a process, right, to buy it, but at least you can do it directly on Polygon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially now it's nice being on Quickswap, but it's a thing like my dad, like he'll see the news about like Dragon's Lair and Syrup, and he'll tell me like, how do I do that? It's like, well, you can't have the money on Coinbase to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's just so much educating needing to be done. Because sometimes we can get lost in our own world of DeFi, and then like you're talking to a friend or something about what you do, and it's like he's like, oh yeah, it's like a MakerDAO, it's like Uniswap.
Yeah.
You're like, what are you saying?
Yeah, it's like, oh, people just they can, I guess, stake Matic and mint a stable coin called Mine. Like, what? Why is it worth $1? How does that happen? Like it's
that's like a whole conversation. Is like, what's a stable coin?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From a regulatory perspective, from like all kinds, right? With the different kinds and all that stuff. As well, right?
Yeah, and then there's
Dom I know was working on it. I don't know if they had launched.
Yeah, so Rainbow Wallet and Dharma now supports Polygon, so you can go straight from your bank account.
Oh, nice.
Again, I'm
It's like
pulling.
community news.
I'm pulling this from the community.
Yeah.
So not verified right now, but
What? That's kind of cool. I knew Dharma was working on it, but man, they're launch. I love their UI. So
Yeah.
The Rainbow Wallet UI?
no, the Dharma.
Oh, Dharma. Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah, it's just coming soon on their website, but maybe they launched.
How much are they paying you?
Quite a bit of money. I'll take one quick at the prices nowadays, man. Just one quick will do.
Yeah. We have prices. The price shooting up. Love it. Does QuickSwap have a multi-chain kind of strategy? Are they looking to be anywhere else, or is it really just heads down focus on Polygon?
Yeah, so we've actually other chains have reached out to us and asked about having QuickSwap on their exchange, or on their blockchain. Crypto.com announced.
Apparently, again,
that would be insane because I actually use them, and if I want to
news.
give money to them, I got to go to ETH and send it.
Wait,
I gotta do that. But
so this is
oh shoot! Wait, what was your question?
they're giving us the alpha leaks now. No, if you have like a multi-chain.
Oh yeah.
Multi-chain plans. So yeah, we've had blockchains reach out to us. I mean, it seems, a lot of these projects are building on blockchain, so of course they need AMM because that's really the first step on having a successful blockchain. But we don't want to split up our quick rewards because like you can see with sushi, they give most of their sushi in ETH chain, and they're very successful in ETH, but they don't have as much money to give on Polygon.
Mhm.
So that really restricts like the APY, and of course users just pretty much want APY. So they like pick which one's highest, and if we have more money to give, then we can have more TVL and higher APY. So that's just better liquidity pool, so we can have more trading. So I guess the answer is currently focused on Polygon.
Okay. No, that's great. And then
I guess that's the crypto.com.
This is the crypto.com tweet.
I
guess we're all getting metal cards, boys.
See, yeah, so that's huge for Polygon and even QuickSwap. Makes it just so much easier for people to come, and that's something we really want.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's good.
And so, like, getting on crypto.com for you, it was kind of like getting on an exchange, like Binance, or how was that? What, like that process?
Yeah, it's so I guess I have no idea how they do their like decide what to list, do their due diligence, or however it's called. We actually didn't have much communication with them at all. We just kind of filled out the form, and it was the same thing as Binance and Coinbase. All of a sudden, they sent out a tweet saying they're listing quick. So it's just like, what? I mean, I guess I know, and a lot of people ask, like, how did you do that? How did you get on these exchanges? The biggest thing that these exchanges look for is, like, do you have a good product?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they will list, like, quality projects.
Yeah.
So if you have a ton of locks TVL and your community's good and you've been around for a while, like Binance would be definitely open to listing, but it's these projects that like try to do all this kinds of stuff like just to get Binance's attention. Like that's not. I don't think that's what they want.
Yeah.
But so it's just. I guess it's the saying like build it and they will come.
Yeah. Exactly. Heads down, build a good product, and then good things will happen.
Yeah. Build a community. Always get their feedback.
Speaking of good products, what are your thoughts on QiDao?
Yeah, I really like it. So they there's a ton of stuff or a ton of different projects trying the whole stablecoin thing. But I mean, I guess you guys found the secret sauce and how to like really get TVL and how to mint and how to make the tokenomics make sense with the LP deposit fee. Like how to get the tokenomics to make sense, to hold the peg, and to get people, I guess I'll say like lending their token to borrow the MAI, and keeping the Chi token getting actually used to it, where I think the governance thing that you guys do is cool, where it's like you lock it and the amount of voting power you get is based on like how many tokens you locked times the length of time.
Correct.
So that's something really cool, because if someone's in the project 4 years, like locked for 4 years, hopefully they got better say than someone that just locks it for the minimum.
Right.
So yeah, I think that's really cool, and especially like I've been in a Discord community. It's really cool building there. So that's something that's very important. Of course the product has to work, but once you guys have a super cool product, which you do, the community around it is just super beneficial. And the last time I looked, did you guys only have like 1,000 Twitter followers?
So we have like there's 2 accounts. There's
Oh,
Lao's.
there is the wrong one.
So no, there's Lao's account, and then there's the QiDao protocol account. So yeah, it's the QiDao protocol's got I think about 1,600.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it just surprises me how much TVL you have with the 1,600 followers. I mean,
where mom and
there's so
pop.
much money. It's well over 100 million, right?
Yeah.
Between Chi and Mai and LP.
Yeah.
And I mean, especially like being on Quickswap, and Quickswap gives, I don't know, it's like $8,000 a day.
Correct.
Yeah. But I mean, you have a very active Discord, which is super good to see. That's just
for us, that's way more special than just having like the numbers on Twitter. Of course, having a great following on Twitter is cool, but I think our community is, I mean, it's really fantastic the way that they engage, they ask questions, they bounce ideas off of each other. I mean, they pick up tasks we didn't even ask them to do, and they do them just to help the protocol overall. And
even like schedule like meetings like on the Discord without us. Like we were in another meeting, and then we see that there's like an AMA going on about like NFTs.
Oh yeah.
So no, it's crazy. They do all sorts of things. It's almost like an academic vibe, like the way people are like discussing different topics, citing their sources is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Interesting. And yeah, of course the number is not everything, because I'm sure a lot of these projects just like bought their Twitter followers. So obviously it's better to have 1,000 real followers than 40,000 where only 1% is real. But yeah, it's just like, so I guess the reason I say that is I think all hardcore members of like the community like will be following Twitter. So just like me looking at that, I just see so much room for growth in your project, because if there's only 1,600 people, like hardcore people, I mean, there's way more people than Polygon. I think it's just a matter of like getting the word out there. So
exactly.
Yeah. So I guess keep growing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room for growth.
Yeah.
Right now.
We'll definitely do that. How do you see like cool ways that Quickswap and QiDao can collaborate?
Yeah, so definitely, I think the biggest way would be the promoting the DQuick to Mint Mai, and like we've been discussing, if we can give some sort of incentive for people to like use the DQuick to mint the Mai. I think that would help both projects. One, getting people involved in DQuick, but 2, also printing a bunch of the stablecoin that can then be used to, like, say, trade on Quickswap or stake, or obviously whatever people want to do. But yeah, so I think that's for sure the biggest thing. And then another thing too is if we give a lot of our LP we give rewards to is in USDC or Tether, but like they give us nothing in return. So if we had a stable coin where like we can interface with the project and they can help us and we can help them, it's like that's more beneficial than just having everything USDC. But of course the risks for that is like we definitely need the tokens to be like battle tested. So that's something we can slowly lean into, like instead of doing like token USDC pair. It'll be a token my.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
And that would really help with the I guess TVL on your side, because obviously people will need to stake an asset in order to mint the stable coin. So
that would be so cool.
Yeah. It'd be pretty nice. I know Polygon has done a little bit of switching it out. They used to use USDT a lot for like their bounties, but now they saw the light and
wait, do they really?
Yeah. At least for anything on like Polygon. I know there are Gitcoin grants. It's kind of complicated to use mine because you would need to, I guess, like bridge it over. And the Gitcoin's willing to come to Polygon. But
for all their other bounties and hackathon prizes and all that kind of stuff, Polygon uses my.
Do they really? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a Polygon native stable coin, and
it's what Polygon does. Like they support their projects very, very hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's something Quickswap should really do. It's just, like I said before, there's just so many, and if we pick the wrong one, like it could be bad. So,
yeah, you don't want to get burned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, dragons don't burn, but still.
Right? That's true. You burn things. But, yeah, I mean, what do you think about the general rule of stable coins in DeFi?
So that's something I was thinking about. I'll say I'm not a reader. I don't read a lot of books, but I do like podcasts, and just people talking about the sheer amount of money, like I guess I'll say in dollars or whatever fiat asset. Even if a small percent of that, like, goes onto blockchain, like even any blockchain, let's say Polygon. Because I mean, you can get higher yields on Polygon than say like a bank account. You could supply it on Aave and get, I don't know what it is now, 6% or something on USDT. And then people would of course borrow to keep the APY high. There's so much room for growth. I think stablecoins are going to be the biggest feature of like DeFi. I mean, they have to be, because people are used to and probably need a stable asset that they can use to like buy, sell, and trade things. I mean, you got to think, in order for, like, let's say stores or something like that to accept crypto, it will probably be a stable coin. I mean, I think that makes the most sense, especially for it being new. And it's going to have to be on a super fast blockchain. Like, it's hard to accept Bitcoin. You have to sit there and wait for 10 minutes, or at least for one confirmation. You got to wait 60 minutes for 6 confirmations. But something with instant confirmations with stable coins with no fees, that's going to be absolutely insane, and it's going to have so much money in stable coins. So if you guys are building it, even if you get a small percentage of stable coins that are going to be coming to DeFi, it's going to be insane. Yes, stable coins are going to be absolutely massive. I know that they've taken off recently, but like, I think it's just a start. If DeFi takes off more, stable coins will do even better.
Oh, well, I hope your prophecy becomes true.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be. I'm not saying which ones. Well, I don't know which ones, but it will be a huge, huge, huge part.
100%, yeah. I think we are also going to be opening it up for questions from the community. But ahead of that, is there anything you would like to ask of our community, of the general Polygon community?
So one thing I will say is, I know you guys are doing the AMM vote. When is that, by the way?
We're having a town hall on Saturday.
Tomorrow
to discuss, like, answer questions. I think we're gonna do a snapshot like a day after that.
Yeah.
Like give some room for people to collect their chi in order to vote, because that's how you vote, right? Like you get your chi and the snapshot happens.
This one's quite a large one, and so we want to make sure that we give them enough time in the Discord to chat. And again, thank you so much for hopping in there and being part of those discussions. We'll have the town hall where they can ask questions, and then boost their chi, go get more chi if they really feel passionate about a certain certain vote, and then that way their vote is boosted.
Okay.
We'll be having like a few different votes kind of within that same realm, but yeah, we should be having it pushed out the snapshot on Sunday.
Yeah,
around Sunday.
it's gonna be like what AMA, what LP pairs, and what the incentives are gonna look like, just to get it all cleared by the community.
Yeah. So one thing I'll ask with that, I guess for you guys or the listeners is, like what things can Quickswap do to like help sway the vote Quickswap way? I mean, we have. Another thing I'll say is like about the marketing. I mean, you can see, like Rock, for example, on the DeFi Summit, I think 2 months ago. Like he was in there with Mark Cuban, Stani from Aave, and then Sandeep from Polygon, co-founders. So it's really like co-founders of the three biggest things on Polygon, plus Mark Cuban, like talking. And like Mark Cuban's tweeted about Quickswap, and we have like articles that come out on these major like CoinDesk and things like that. I even saw, so there's an app called Voyager in the United States where you can like send your coins and then they'll give you APY. On the top, there was a Quickswap banner about like launching limit orders. My dad subscribed to that, and I was like, what? So one thing I will say is like we do have connections to big marketing agencies, and we have obviously tons of TVL and lots of money. So I think for a stablecoin like yourself, being on the biggest exchange is very important.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and especially like I said, we'd be happy to do marketing, and like I think mentioned the Discord, like giving a double boost the first 2 weeks. We'd definitely be happy to do that, and that'll be part of the marketing, because stake. I guess whichever pair you guys want, my USDC I think was preferred. We can give lots of money to that, so we big APY. So I think you get a lot of minters, and of course, it'd be nice to have DQuick on there as well. We would push that too. It'd be insane.
Beautiful. Awesome. We do have a question. You don't actually have to answer.
You don't have to answer.
You don't have to answer this.
Okay. Oh, is that the question? How old are you?
Yeah, you don't have to dox yourself.
I'm 24.
24. Nice. There you go.
Yeah, so I graduated college 2 years ago, mechanical engineering degree, but I love crypto way more than mechanical engineering.
Oh yeah.
So I probably spend like more. I mean, I spend so much of my day just on crypto stuff. It's insane, especially now. Like even before Quickswap, it would just be all the time.
Yeah, I mean it's when something kind of tugs at your heart, it's hard to ignore it.
Yeah, and it's funny when I talked to Rock like the first time. He's the co-founder of Quickswap. He's like, you do all this stuff anyway on crypto. Like, why not get paid for it?
Yeah,
like, what? You're right. And I think I have a lot of insights to give to Quickswap, and so it's been working out. And especially with the syrup today, it's gonna be huge.
Yeah,
I think they're talking about the launch right now, but
it is something special when you can find something that you love, that you're good at, and then that you can get paid for.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the perfect combination.
Exactly.
Especially if you can do it from your house.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whatever you want. It's a very flexible schedule. You don't gotta drive an hour to work, go to an office, and drive all the way home.
Exactly. We do have another question here, and also we don't want to keep you too long. We'll just only do a few more of these.
Okay, that's fine.
If someone were to enter the crypto space to actually contribute and work, what would you do to start?
Yeah, so the things I've seen really is, so there's another guy got hired on. His name's Rocky. He was in the Telegram chat all the time, helping users, and you could tell he knew what he's talking about in crypto. So, obviously team members can see that. So, Rock ended up like messaging him and, being like, hey, you want to start? So I guess I would say one way is just be active in the community, show that, you're talking about, maybe give suggestions, or, if you're good with artwork, make artwork for the projects that you're really interested in and share it with the, I guess the founders or whoever does like the hiring or how to work there. And really like, just set your part of self from everyone else.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the best way because people will notice.
And so like their second part there is they love crypto. It's a passion, but they're not educated. What did you do to really help educate yourself?
Yeah, I think the best way to educate yourself is just a lot of things I did was just sit down and just really think, like, how does this work? So I'm not a developer, so like I don't know, like fully understand how Quickswap works or Uniswap with the swapping. I mean, I guess I know how it works, but I don't know like the details. So really, like, read the articles that these companies or these projects put out, like Uniswap, on how it works, and just figure out how it works. And I think Pancake is a really good one that shares a lot of easily digestible knowledge. Like they share things that make it very simple for people to understand. And another thing I'll say is people will say books, like read books on how this stuff works, but I enjoy podcasts better. It's easier to listen to things than read, I think. That's lazy of me.
I'm in the same boat, the dyslexic, so it's like, yeah, what?
Yeah, and even I would say YouTube videos. YouTube is insane.
Like Fireside Chat.
Yeah. Just follow some YouTube guys, or even just look up. I know there's a really good video. It's like how liquidity pools work or something, and I mean, you can tell they put a lot of time together explaining how it works. It's like a 3-4 minute video, but
is it by Finematics?
It might be. It does sound familiar.
Finematics is good. Yeah. Is there a specific podcast that you would recommend?
So I listen a lot to the Pomp Podcast. If you guys have heard,
yeah,
he's a big Bitcoin guy, but he'll bring on people like he just had Kevin O'Leary on. He's Mr. Wonderful, Shark Tank guy. Anyway, he's like very successful, got a ton of businesses. So a few years ago, actually, Pomp and Kevin O'Leary had a debate on CNBC or somewhere, and Kevin O'Leary was like, I forbid you to buy Bitcoin. He said that. He's like, I forbid, like, don't do it. Now Kevin O'Leary admits that 7% of his portfolio is in crypto and mostly Bitcoin. And he says it can go up to 20%. So, and the questions they ask are really about like the macro environment, and these famous people can really explain things really well and like explain why they're investing in it. And, they know a little bit how it works, and they explain it. They're not big into it, but they can see the future. So but YouTube is great.
Perfect. We have another one from Mr. Alpha himself in the chats. It's Publu. If you had to choose one, all stables of my or crypto tokens of my.
I'm not sure I understand.
I'm not sure.
Are you saying like LP?
Yeah, I'm assuming it's LP. Publu, if you wanna clarify and.
Yeah, so I will say I do like the stable, like for example the USDC MI, just because I mean stable, like you always have the same amount in US dollars and it just goes up. I mean, I think you guys have like 34% APR or something in key rewards.
Yeah.
So it's like that way is nice because you won't lose money if the crypto market goes down. But the crypto token, my LP, definitely has more APY. Like I think Quickswap will probably average 70-80%. That's a lot better, of course, if you think the prices are going to go up, which of course is not guaranteed. We have no idea. A mix of both. would be great. That's probably not the answer you wanted, but I guess it depends on if you want to play it more safe, more stables. If you want more risky, then more the other way, where it's crypto in my.
Perfect.
I love me some stables.
This guy's the opposite of me. Like, yeah.
I'm
Oh yeah.
I like to collect the stables like he collects NFTs.
Yeah, I love stables too. I always keep like, I don't know, 30% of my portfolio in like stable.
I basically just throw everything into our vaults and then mint to stable and then go and degen my way.
Yeah.
Into bad decisions. So
which now you can borrow more stables because we lowered the collateral to debt ratio.
Yep.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Yeah, so we had a vote and looked at the weighted average results, and we lowered it to 130.
Okay, cool.
I mean, we don't expect everybody to go that low. We'll see how it goes.
But yeah, and now you can borrow more against your crypto.
Capital efficiency, man.
Yeah, there you go.
So Poopster, he's going to spread some of this alpha that you shared today.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've already seen a couple articles, so it's news is out there. It's just, I guess, not really that well known yet.
Exactly. And then there's a community member that wants you to remember them. They're
remember me. Okay.
Going to hop into your Telegram, and then I think we'll do one more question. If we'll do one more, and then we'll let you go. So, question from Julian: isn't it risky just to focus on one chain? What if Polygon gets left behind in development?
Yeah, so there is that issue, but Polygon has a lot of Matic to send to like developers, so that's why you can see a big influx of people coming to Polygon. Polygon's growing very fast, so that's kind of why we're staying here. Got our heads down here. But of course, if there is a different chain that like really takes off, we can move there. But we don't anticipate that happening. Of course, we see like Avalanche and Solana, coming out with their mainnets and things like that. But yeah, I guess we'll see. We don't know. I think there's room for all the blockchains. Well, at least maybe like 5 good ones. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's for some time it's gonna be split: ETH, Binance Smart Chain, Matic, AVAX. So yeah, we heads down on Polygon now.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Tyler. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. Thank you so much for joining us today. If people want to reach out to you, what's the best way?
Yeah, so probably the best way, I'm on Telegram all the time, like I said. It's at Tyler Quick. And then, of course, I got Twitter too. It's at ETH Tyler. You can message me there. I'm not that active there. I was thinking about planning on posting more things, but we'll see. It's really just me retweeting Quickswap stuff that I like.
Yeah, and then this is your Telegram, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you. We will see you in the Discord. We'll see you on Telegram as well. And yeah, again, thank you so much for your time.
Sounds good. Yeah, thanks for the chat.
Absolutely.
Bye.
All right, we'll see y'all later.